In the past 2 decades, the human species experienced, or say survived, an overly explosive production of blockchecks, objects with their existence both on the internet and in reality. Instead of using the dual identity of blockchecks for creative use by individuals, people mistakenly decided to apply the blockchain technology to the massive manufacturing of commercial products in the market, which ridiculously but inevitably leads to an excessive waste of useless information, electronic space, and energies. However, there are still some valuable examples of using blockchecks productively within a local network invented for their own meaningful space. Like the storytelling model of the pawnshop I'm showing you now, which turns the richness of oral history about an object into a vivid window advertisement and ways of managing the shop. The pawnshop owner set up her own database system that turns everything sold in the shop into a blockchain, with their singular oral histories alive on the internet. The owner took the advantage of the drama in a pawnshop. Like in this example, the pawner tried to market her property through her equivalent telling of his story, and the database was then capable of transcribing the story into text. When the pawner left, the whole story was fleshed out on a display window as a vivid, informal style of pre-advertising, simply to attract potential customers. We know that in a pawnshop, the pawnbroker sells the product only when the owner failed to redeem their stuff back. So when this period expires, the shop owner received a note from the system, and then she could filter down the oration into a shorter version of the story that she thinks best helps promoting the item. And then she advertised it again in a window, this time more officially. While at the same time, a price label is printed, with the shortened stories already on it, and a barcode at the bottom, through which the original story can be accessed online. So as a customer approaches any item in the store, they can read the pawnbroker's version of the story, and if is intrigued, listen to the telling of the story by its original owner, by scanning the barcode with their mobile devices. Another interesting thing about the pawnshop narratives is that the items are supposed to have a lifespan, and that is reflected by the length of the story in this case. Over time, we see the stories of an article shrink from overwhelming negotiation or persuasion into a succinct summary of just what the article is and how much it costs. The label has a tear-roll feature that allows the cropping of the stories to happen tangibly with a product tag as well. So what happened to all the missing part of the stories, as an artifact teases the narration about itself? Where do the lost stories go? As we pinpoint the trace of the lost stories originated from the pawnshop narratives, we discovered some creative process of writing that made use of the lost stories the writer himself found in the scrapyard of the pawnshop. The writer Ryan McNullian, one of the most popular psychological novel writers in that time, collected the second and third leaf of the pawnshop product label to inspire his own work. The stories do not necessarily link to his own composition, but he used it just as a hint of the details he might want to explore further. Some feeling, some mood or tone consistent to a certain scene in his own work. Sometimes just by listening to the voice of the storyteller helped him feel the stronger existence of his character. This is one of the first evidence we found during further investigation into the social influence of the pawnshop narrative model. We went on searching for larger but insinuative social impact that follows by tracking down the lost stories and memories and how they were brought back to life again.